I'm back.
Well, who is it? Who's the prosecution's lawyer?
It's as we'd feared. It's him. Musa Abdunnur.
Oh, no! Ah, that guy's too good! He's undefeated!
Yep, he's really good.
Oh, man. Did you see
Undefeated.
him in the Bobby Bag
Got sick.
case? I'm so
Hell
screwed
yeah.
up.
That ish was fire,
so
bro. It was
screwed.
fire.
No, I'm so screwed.
Yep, you're screwed, bro. I can't help you out.
And he's attractive.
I don't know what you're gonna do.
God!
Yep, that nigga hot, bro.
He's so
That
charming!
nigga's super hot.
What is wrong with him? He's
Delicious.
so good!
His character's amazing.
Oh, man.
My
I felt
God.
this weird
He's
sensation
could
for me
be
to
him.
say that he deserves a 4+. I don't know why I said that.
Yep.
Now hold on there, Sonny. Let's take a look at his case briefing.
Alright. Where is it? Let me see.
The opening statement. My ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you heard, my name is Musa Abdunnur, and this is my colleague, Musa Abdunnur. We're both Crown prosecutors from Ottawa and have come to this courtroom to represent the Crown's case. Prince Adam, formerly known as the Beast, is charged with forcible confinement of the two citizens of Villeneuve, Maurice and Belle. Yes, like Beyonce, it's only the first name. Mr. Musa and I will each present witnesses to you, and they will provide the evidence in this case, as anything I say now is not evidence. I'm addressing you now simply to give you an overview of the Crown's case and the theory of the Crown regarding the confinement of the family. I hope the overview will give you a roadmap of our evidence in the theory before we call our first witness. The Crown's theory is that Mr. Beast is guilty of forcible confinement because the confinement was deliberate and thought through. To understand the Crown's theory, I need to provide you with some background information surrounding the days leading up to the summer morning when the confinement occurred. Maurice, an inventor, had just made a new invention and planned to go to the fair so that he could sell it to some buyers when he got there. Maurice had a loving daughter, Belle, who loved books and had hopes of leaving the small village to see a whole new world. Hey, this ain't a ladder. Shut your mouth! God, you're always speaking, bro. I'm trying to do something. Anyway, back to the story. Maurice had just finished his new invention and planned to head to the buyer's market that night. On that night, there came a storm while Maurice was traveling through the woods. It confused him and got him lost. He then was attacked by a pack of wolves. He managed to escape from the wolves' pack and stumbled upon a castle, with him being wet and cold and not knowing where he is. He knocked on the door of the castle and was let in. As he was treated by the servants of the castle, the beast found him. The beast then assaulted him and threw him in the dungeon. Back at the village, Belle, his loving daughter, grew worried that her father hadn't come back from his trip. Her suspicions were even more amplified when his horse came back without him. She then went to the forest to look for him. She ended up finding the castle that Maurice had been locked in the night before, and the servants of the castle led her to the cell the beast had been locking Maurice in, and she was overcome with emotions of joy, confusion, and fear. At that point, the beast appeared and told her that her father could never leave. Belle, out of love for her father, offered to take his place, and the beast agreed. Belle would find herself locked up in that castle to stay there forever. Over some time, she would then fall to, we believe, Stockholm Syndrome and think that she is living happily ever after, but has simply been manipulated by the beast. From the story I just spoke to you, you can clearly see that the beast had actus rea and mens rea. The reason being is that the beast didn't just do it out of anger. He actively kept Maurice and Belle there. He had the means to do it in the motive, which makes him guilty without reasonable doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the Crown's theory is that forcible confinement of the family was deliberate and thought through. He had many chances to let them go, and all the time cool down and think about what he was doing, but he didn't. At the end of the case, I will address to you again and ask you to consider all the evidence that we have presented and to conclude beyond reasonable doubt that Mr. Beast is guilty of forcible confinement of the two citizens.
Bro, that opening statement was fire. What am I gonna do?
There's more, bro. Look at his arguments, man. Look at him. Arguments. The defense may say that the beast had a rough past, with him being enchanted at the age of 11. Although it is terrible what happened to him, it does not excuse him from his actions. the Beast had no right and no true reason to lock up Maurice, and was even wronger to lock up Belle. As we said in our opening statement, it was understandable for Maurice to enter the castle. He had just been chased by wolves, he was cold, and had nowhere to go. And on top of that, the servants of the castle allowed him in and said it was okay for him to stay. We already know through our witnesses that the Beast had a very short temper at the time. This shows that it would be not unusual for him to overreact and do something like this. But this was not a case of an in-the-moment crime. The Beast kept him locked up through the next day, and on top of that, again he made the conscious decision to lock up Belle for the rest of her life. And he kept it that way for a very long time. Only after her father was in critical condition did he let her go. But for anyone to think that it is okay to hold someone for the rest of their life for simply trespassing is ridiculous and evil. Here, bro. Take this witness evidence sheet and this statement of facts. Gotta read that too. Statement of facts. Who? Maurice, the Beast, Belle, and the servant were involved in the crime? What? The Beast locks up Maurice after he gets lost in the woods. Belle takes her father's place and agrees to stay with him for the rest of her life? When? The morning after a stormy summer night? In the 18th century? Where? In the forest just outside of Avenue? France? Why? The Beast locked him up for trespassing? Maurice will tell how the Beast unlawfully imprisoned him. The servants will tell the truth. The Beast will unknowingly snitch on himself. What the hell does this guy think I am? DNA on the cell he kept him in will prove that he was kept there. Belle will tell the truth. And on the other side, Belle will defend the Beast. And the servants will possibly buy for the Beast. Oh wait, there's one more. Expert witness will talk about Stockholm Syndrome.
What am I gonna do, man? I can't go to jail. Oh, man.
I know you're not crying. I know you're not.
And the Beast went to court and did get charged with forcible confinement due to the amazing performance by Musa Abdunnur, the Crown's prosecutor.